So this is Jaclyn. Jaclyn has been on the hot seat for a couple of days now, for reasons that I think go far beyond the influencer space. So before I even start, do not go sending this lady any hate. She is, at least in these two videos, she's trying to figure out what's going to be next for her. But I think that this opens up a very needed conversation that goes far beyond the internet. So to understand where this all starts from, watch this video, then we'll talk.
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had. But I think about this every day, and this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like, that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok. You know, like I remember when Instagram became a thing. I was already on YouTube when Instagram became a thing, and I downloaded Instagram, and like it was like this new app, and we were posting the square photos. Like, I've been here for all of it. And I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos. And I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of, I took off, like I didn't post a TikTok, I think for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Like, sorry, shit, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid. But then I come back to TikTok, and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete shit. No one is seeing, like, it's one thing if my engagement is shit, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like, okay, so my audience wasn't feeling the vibes of this video. That's fine. But I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. Like, when I started, it was so organic. Like, you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying so-and-so just posted a video, you go, you engage with it. And like, it was that simple. Now it's like, I put videos out there, and sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience? And it's just, I feel like my audience is really on Instagram stories. Like, my girls are there for me on Instagram stories. Like, I really know who I'm talking to over there, but I miss the days of knowing who I'm posting my content for. And I'm just like, how do like these new creators grow at this point? Like, do the new creators out there, do you guys feel like you're connecting with an audience, or do you just feel like you're kind of throwing your videos out into cyberspace and like hoping that it's gonna stick? Like, I don't know. And like my comments, like I'll post a video, and within 10 seconds, I'll get like 15 comments, and they're all slightly the same. And I'm like, okay, so like these are like bot comments. Like, these aren't really my followers. Like, I don't care about that. I'm at the point in my life and in my career where like I only want to post for my girls, like the ones that I've built this relationship and this trust with. But like, TikTok isn't even showing my stuff to those people. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like these apps control who sees our stuff, and like the audience that we worked hard to build isn't even ours. It's owned by these apps, and we just have to like hope and pray that after posting our content, these apps are going to choose to show our content to our audience who chose to follow us in the first place. I'm just so confused, and I don't see a lot of people having this conversation. This will probably put me in TikTok jail for like the next 6 months. So if you see me, hi, I love you and I miss you, and that's it.
So from that video, I'm just going to share some of the comments that are under there. Before we do that, hi. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shayna. I am a journalist, and on this platform, I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living through an intersectional lens, which also includes the hydra, as I like to call it, of capitalism, white supremacy, and capitalism, white supremacy, and wait a minute, patriarchy. There it is. Oh my God. So if any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in leaving whatever country you are in that may or may not be in a rapid, scary decline, head over to Black Babes Abroad, a platform dedicated for marginalized women and femmes to navigate their moves abroad, and just a travel platform in general that keeps marginalized women and femmes at the forefront. There's also a free checklist in the description if you are curious about what you need to have in order to move abroad. The co-founders, me and Candace, I am in Thailand, Candace is in Denmark. We are sharing as much information as possible so that way people can make their plans as quickly as possible. Now let's get into these comments. Babe, that sweatshirt is $140. That's my entire weekly grocery budget that we can afford for our entire family. I can't connect to a $10,000 purse or shoe haul when $10,000 would pay off all of my loans and change my life. Most of you influencers are out of touch. Most people are over it. This last person says, go touch it, and that's just a hand holding grass. Next, we have, I'm sick of the buy, buy, buy mentality. Teach me something, educate me. That is what I want. We're going to be circling back to this later. Translation, you're not funding my extravagant lifestyle anymore, and I'm mad. Next, we have, I also do giveaways all the time. And then the last group of comments that I'm gonna share with you guys are, because your era is over and that's okay. Now, as an Astro girly, do I think that this coincides perfectly with the age of Aquarius that we are now fully direct in? Yes. Does that mean anything to non-Astro people? No, and that's fine. But I do think that this era of pristine, this era of look at me having everything in order all the time, look at this perfectly curated, whether that's a feed or whether that like an IG feed or a YouTube, whatever, or look at this perfectly curated life. I think we're out of that. I think there's too much chaos that we can't unsee to go back to that. Giveaways, can I pay rent in eyeshadow? We don't want wealth thrown at us anymore, and we don't want to be sold anything. No one wants to buy anything anymore. We're all broke. The in the park sweatshirt, it's giving ironic. So she got thousands of messages, of comments like this, and probably not just on TikTok, but on other platforms. And to that, she responded with this video.
Hi, so I posted a TikTok yesterday, and in this TikTok, I was talking about just being a content creator for the last 14 years and how I've watched these apps just change and how I really feel like TikTok specifically like punishes you for not posting. And then like if you don't post a video for a week or two, they put you like in TikTok jail is like what I consider it, and they don't show your content to your audience. And the comment section has taken such a turn, and I'm listening. Like I've been laying here in bed for the last 30 minutes reading these comments, because when I first posted the video yesterday, the comment section kind of went a different direction. And at first I was like, wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not talking about like my content. I'm talking about the app. But now there's like, I think 2,000 comments. And I'm like, okay, my ears are open. I'm listening. I'm reading your comments. You guys are saying that like you're sick of the influencer era. You're sick of the shit. You're sick of the luxury. And so my question to you guys is like, what is it that you want to see? Like, I started this 14 years ago when I was literally on food stamps, broke as hell. I had no clue that you could make a dime doing social media. I genuinely started it for the love of it. I just loved beauty. I loved talking beauty. I loved recommendations. I loved teaching beauty. I just loved the community with other women. Like, I worked at MAC Cosmetics at the time, and I freaking loved my job. I loved it. I still have dreams that I work at MAC. Like, I loved it. I love just like talking about beauty products with other people. I love it. Anyways, with that being said, like, the only reason I'm still here is because of you guys, because of the community. If you're not enjoying what you're seeing, I 100% want to know. I want to shift gears. 100%. So my ears are open. I would love to hear what you guys want to see from me specifically. That's the only point in this for me, you know, like, I just want to have fun with you guys, and that's it. So like, please let me, it looks like I have a mullet right now, let me and my mullet know what it is that you want to see from us, because that's all it really matters. You know what I mean?
And to that video, this is the answer. The answer was there from the beginning. I'm sick of the buy, buy, buy mentality. Teach me something, educate me. That is what I want. I'm going to start by talking about this through the lens of influencers, but then I'm going to broaden this. So there are a lot of people that have amassed insane followings, like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of followers for in that era of perfectly curated content, which, listen, it's a skill set. I'm happy that it worked for them for the time that it worked for them. And we are out of that space. We are out of that space and people are craving more. People have needs. People had needs then now, but people are not quiet about the obvious needs that they have now. So, from the people that they may or may not have created parasocial relationships with, may or may not assume, oh, because you have all this money, because you have all this following, maybe you have information. Maybe there's something that you have that you can pass on to all of these followers. Maybe I find, especially and you really see it when it comes to celebrities, people assume that celebrities have a certain level of intelligence with them, where like if they say something in a socio-political space, people give it more weight. And I'm like, no, that's just somebody who happens to do their job really well, and that job puts them in front of a camera. That does not necessarily mean that they have any information about what's going on in Washington right now. We should not be looking at our celebrities. Does not mean that the celebrities are allowed to stay quiet during times of genocide, during acts of violence against marginalized people. No. What I am saying, though, is that people think that when a celebrity says something about something they are not trained in, that somehow it holds more weight than like somebody that's actually trained in the thing. And I think that a lot of people hold that also when it comes to a lot of influencers. A lot of influencers, like this lady said, she really liked makeup. She really likes talking about like beauty and whatnot. Now, there's a difference between talking about beauty and the way that I think that she's talking about it, where she's saying, I'm just assuming. Ooh, look at all these makeups, look at all these concealers, look at what they do. They're so pretty. I like this. This is a great sale. Da 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 da. Cool, great, whatever. Nobody really cares. Their beauty is inherently political, though. And are you educated about the nuances of what beauty means in different spaces? Who's educating people about the beauty industry? Gloria. This is a perfect example of an influencer that is not just highly educated and is sharing valuable information to her followers, to her viewers, and to brands. Her entire thing, just in the experience of being a dark-skinned woman, she is giving education to these brands, and not just on this platform. She takes it off the platform. She does consultations with brands. She has conversations with these brands. She does talks and she is a great example of what I think is people are craving right now when it comes to the influencer space, at least when it comes to like beauty more specifically. So outside of this is a fun haul, look at all my Stanleys, let's declutter, what do you have to offer this space? What do you have to offer these millions of followers that you have who are in need of education? And I'm going to remove that because this no longer has anything to do with that creator. But when it comes, what I think a lot of creators are going to struggle with is it is a realization that there is a level of depth that people are craving right now, a level of reality and in touchness with the current state that people are living in that they do not have access to. There is a level of truth and a level of real life on the ground education that they do not have access to, and now people care less. I wrote about this in my award nominated article. I'll link the excerpts of it up there somewhere that I talked about in a video. But at the closing of that article, I said that if journalism does not focus marginalized people, then whatever people are trying to put out there will essentially congeal on the back burner. At this point in history, there's no excuse. Marginalized people also includes like poor people, people that are not the 1%, people that are struggling to make it by economically every day. Now, what does this have to do with the everyday person? If you are living an out of touch life because of your whiteness, because of your straightness, because of your insert whatever level of privilege you have. If you are living an out of touch life, that is going to alienate you from community that you desperately need right now in these wild times. That goes for friends, that goes for family, that goes for community that you have not even met yet. So how to combat this, how to make sure that this doesn't happen to me, how to education, education, educate yourselves. And I don't want to, this creator and other creators that are in similar dilemmas, they do whatever it is that they want to do. It genuinely does not affect me. For the people that are trying to enter into community that can hopefully change your situation, create a level of protection, educating yourself to the point where you can be a safe community member and getting involved, that's all you got to do. That is all you got to do. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. And I am going to get ready for the day. Yeah. All right, love you guys. Stay safe out there. Bye.